Hey everybody, welcome to another deck guide and gameplay video. I'm VikesRule. Today's deck is Corina, Plaza Guardian, kind of what I call spell spam. It's a new deck that's kind of making the rounds. A lot of streamers and other content creators have been playing this deck. It's actually a pretty good deck. It's kind of an interesting mechanic that's being utilized for this deck. So I've got the deck code down in the description if you want to get a shot, and then if you're just looking for some gameplay footage, you can head on over to the game number 1 timestamp. All right, so let's do a quick overview of the deck and kind of how the deck plays, and kind of what the game plan is for it, as well as kind of the mulligan phase. So in this deck, there's a couple different versions of it. The version I'm running here is really light on followers and more heavy on the spells. So the followers we run are Corina, Veraza, and Plaza Guardian. And so kind of the goal or the game plan of the deck is to play as many spells as you can. A lot of these are burst spells or, you know, fast speed spells to kind of interact with your opponent or help you draw cards or kind of get you to that game plan in order to eliminate or reduce the cost of Plaza Guardian down to 0. So that's really what you're trying to do. So Plaza Guardian is a 10 mana 6/6 with quick attack, and then you get reduced cost by 1 for every spell you've cast during the game. And so because we're so heavy on the spells, we're able to get this down to 0 or even 1 or 2 costs really quickly. And then we play these out for really cheap and kind of use some combos from that. And so the major combo you're trying to get off with Plaza Guardian is using a new card from the Magic Mists of Interest set, which is Transposition. So what this does is it's a 4 mana fast speed spell. So you recall an ally, and then the next ally you play this round with the same or less costs 0. And so because of the way this interaction works, Plaza Guardian, even when it costs 0 because of all the spells, Transposition still treats it as a 10 cost card. And so when you've got Plaza Guardian down, you play Transposition on it, you pull it back to your hand. Now Corina Veraza, because it's a 9 cost card, costs 0. And so you're able to play down both Corina and replay the Plaza Guardian. So you're basically getting to double dip. And so Corina has a really good synergy with all these spells because what she does is on play, you obliterate the top 5 cards of your deck and deal 1 to all enemies and the enemy nexus for each spell obliterated. So typically you're getting at least 4, if not 5 damage from Corina being played. And so this kind of wipes usually most of the enemy boards here, and also does damage to the enemy nexus. So it's kind of like, the go hard type of, excuse me, type of effect where it does 5 to everything. And so once you've got this combo online, it's really easy to kind of close out the game. And the Plaza Guardians themselves, because they have quick attack, and because they're 6/6, and you're playing them for very cheap, and you've got ways to kind of add more of them to your hand, these can get out of hand really fast. So typically your opponents, especially with a lot of these smaller chump blocker based decks, really don't have a good way to deal with the Plaza Guardians once you're getting like 3 or 4 of them on the field, if you can get to that point. Really hard for opponents to deal with. So that's kind of the game plan of the deck, is just get the Plaza Guardians down, get a combo with Corina Veraza. Even if you don't get the combo, you're still able to pressure a ton. We've got so many good cards here, much removal, so much draw that it's really hard for your opponent to deal with it. And so we'll kind of talk through some of the spells that we use and kind of what we use them for. So most of these are burst spells or fast speed spells, and so really the game plan early on is just get some draw going, get some things like Trinket Trade going where you're getting auto pushes out, some chump blockers, get your things, your combo pieces together once you've got, Plaza Guardian Corina in hand. You've got things like Yordle Portal and Face Sprout to kind of generate units and kind of help you get some blockers on board and kind of just slow down your opponent's game plan. So we'll go through each of the spells. So Portal Cannon, we run 2 of these. So to play discard 1, you create 2 Daring Portals in hand. Getting some elusive blockers is great, and also those that can attack for small chunks of damage in as well. And of course, as being a 0 cost, you can play this at any time. So oftentimes you can play this when you have things that have discard synergy, like onto Jury Rig, for instance, even on the stress testing. So it's just a good spell, and of course helps take down the Plaza Guardian. We also run 2 of Phase Sprout, so another burst speed spell, manifest a Fey and grant it +1/+1. So just generating some units, getting them a little bit buffed up is really nice for this deck. 2 of Jury Rig, so when caster discarded some of the scrap color, so just kind of some chump blockers and also discard synergy. 3 of Stress Testing, so this is another 1 mana burst speed spell, removes fleeting from all cards in hand, and then when it's discarded, draw 1. So a lot of times you can kind of use this to just discard something, like if you've got Rummage in hand or even Poro Cannon, you need something to discard, you can do that and you get an extra draw when you're discarding it. And then of course there's sometimes you have fleeting cards in hand, and so the stress testing can be good to remove those if you want to keep it around. We run 3 of Trinket Trades. This is really strong for early game. So you manifest an Autopurse or one of 2 spells from regions that cost 2 or less, or excuse me, cost 3 or less. So a lot of times you're going to get that Autopurse down because it generates a prank for you. So you can think about it this way: you're paying 1 mana for the Trinket Trade, 1 mana for Autopurse, and then 1 mana for the prank, but the prank is discounted from the Autopurse attune. So you're really playing 2 mana and getting 2 spells out of it plus a chump blocker. So it's a really strong early game play, is to have these Autopusses out on the board. And it kind of helps, again, getting this Plaza Guardian reduced. So we also run 3 of Iterative Improvement. This is a really important card in this deck because it's at burst speed, 2 mana, and you pick a follower and create a copy of it in hand with +1/+1. So you're typically wanting to use this on your Plaza Guardians. So you really want to make sure that you don't have a Plaza Guardian on the board that's vulnerable to getting removed, and you have no backup Guardian in hand. So what you can do is play the Plaza Guardian down, burst speed, pull the Iterative Improvement to grab another one, and then you can usually play that one because you've got so much, because it's reduced so much. Cost is very cheap, so typically you can kind of spam these out with that Iterative Improvement, and so it gives it, of course, the +1/+1, so it goes to a 7/7. You can also use this on an opponent's unit if you need to. So there are oftentimes where you actually need to, whether to survive, get a blocker, or maybe they just playing something really, really strong, and so you want to grab a copy of that. So it's a very versatile spell here, but typically you're wanting to use this on your Plaza Guardians. We also run 3 of Mystic Shot, just deals 2 to everything. Very great spell here, kind of your standard P and Z type of spell. Can be used for finishing, taking off a unit, attacking the Nexus, whatever you need to do. So very versatile there. 3 of Poke Sticks, so it's a great card for this deck because it deals 1 to anything and then also draws a card. So more draw is always great in this deck. And so next, a couple more draw spells. We've got Rummage, so 3 copies of this. So you play, discard 2 cards, and draw 1 for each card you discarded. So very good, especially if you've got a bunch of cards, kind of like Jury Rig or Stress Testing or other things you just don't really need in your hand, kind of extra cards, and you want to get to your good combo pieces. You can use this to kind of get those out of your hand, get the clutter out of your hand, to find the combo pieces you need. And then we also run 3 of Time Trick, so you get to predict and then draw 1. So it's kind of your main way you're finding your combo pieces, is using that predict, then you get to draw into it. And so very good to have even early game. This is a good keep in your hand. So a couple other spells we run. We run of Stress Defense. This is just good for if your opponent happens to have a strong early game play. If they're playing like a Pantheon deck or something like that, where they've got to really loading up on 1 unit, the Stress Defense to set to 1/6 is really important to kind of help slow them down. So one thing to keep in mind is setting a unit to 1/6 is really good using Plaza Guardian as a blocker because it has 6 attack, and so basically it lets you remove 1 unit from your opponents, no matter how big they get, with a Plaza Guardian. So that's just something to keep in mind. Then a couple more things we run is Yordle Portal. So to play this one, you discard 1, and then you get to manifest a Yordle and summon it immediately. So this is a burst speed summon for a Yordle. It's really good synergy with a lot of these things like Jury Rig, Stress Testing, etc. Or if you just got something you don't need in hand, but it kind of helps protect you against an open attack, and also accelerates your open attack, because you can play this on to turn right away to burst out a unit and then attack right away without your opponent getting a chance to react with a slow or a speed spell or a unit. So this is a pretty strong card, but again, it can also be discard fodder as well. And then our last card here is the Transposition. So again, you recall an ally, and the next ally you play this round that costs the same or less costs 0. So again, this is the combo with Plaza Guardian Corina. So you want the Plaza Guardian on the field. use transmission on it, pull it to your hand, then you get to play Corina for free, and then you also play down your Plaza Guardian again, which is usually very discounted. So that's kind of the combo there. But yeah, that's the deck. And so kind of as far as mulligans go, you're really looking to keep things like Horo Cannon, Face Sprout, Trinket Trade, um, some of these cheap cards, even stuff like Time Trick and Rummage, things to draw into new things. If you're playing against something like where you think you're going to need some removal, you can keep things like Mystic Shot, but typically you want to keep your draw cards and your generators of your units early game. And so you don't really want to keep your Corina and Plaza in your hand. You've got so much draw that most of the time you're going to draw into it. And because of the cost of it, you just can't play this very early. Even if you have a handful of spells, it's still going to take you, 5 or 6 turns at the minimum before you're really going to be able to play these down, even at a little bit discounted cost. So typically these are kind of your mid to late game cards. So you don't really want your followers in hand kind of early on. You want to get your cheap spells and your kind of your generating spells in hand early on to kind of start getting that going, getting your jump blockers if you need to, and just kind of helping develop your game plan that way. So these are more your late mid game cards that you want to draw into. And so that's about it for the deck guide and overview. So let's go ahead and get into some games. Alright, up against concurrent timelines. Let's see if we can get our our Trinket Trade stuff going. Alright. There's a Time Trick, okay. Go ahead and bank mana to start with. Go ahead and get an Otter Push down. Let's see what opponent says to do here. Okay, we trade with Flame Chompers, so I'll definitely do that. Actually, with Boom Baboon is who we trade with. We'll see if he wants to do it or not. Okay, get 1 damage in. Go ahead and pass for now. Okay. Alright, let's just get another one of these down, I think. Kind of like doing the prank now, just because we know they've got... Alright, this doesn't... Getting that less power doesn't do anything. We'll just get this one a little bit worse here. So at least that thing... I mean, it doesn't... If he gets his concurrent timelines, that doesn't really matter. But, so we know he's got to hit that stairs. I think this is fine. We can still get a trade on something. Couldn't Mystic Shot this, and then his attacks are pretty bad. I don't hate doing that, just so that he can't get a good attack in with all these guys. Alright, yeah, he doesn't even attack. Cool. Alright, start with a prank here. That doesn't do anything at all, because it always comes back, so I guess we'll just do that. Alright, let's get him for an attack here. See if he wants to trade anything off. Okay. Sure. I think we can Time Trick, see if we can start getting to our Plaza Guardians and the like. Okay, there's Gnar. So let's go ahead and Guess we could rummage here. Can at least get rid of some of these things. Okay, go ahead and end the round here. And there's Corina. I'm fine with blocking this, honestly. I think it's fine. Go ahead and discard these two. We definitely want to keep the transposition. Alright. Okay, let's see what else she's gonna do. Do need to play the Plaza Guardian. We could play like a... I don't know. He definitely wants to get like Pokestick here or something, right? The one concern is we can't do Iterative Improvement plus Plaza Guardian. That is a downside. But we've got the combo in hand now. Okay, so we gotta hope he doesn't have... So now Thermo Beam... I mean, Thermo Beam doesn't... So I think we can maybe... I don't really want to spend any of this other mana. I don't think shooting any of these does really anything. Just gonna go ahead and play it down. We can open with an Iterative Improvement on it as well, just so he can't mini-morph it. Okay. Go ahead and just attack here. If he wants to bury it in ice, it's not as good. Okay. Let's see what he wants to do here. Okay, so he's not leveling up. Could go and play this next one here. Okay, so we got the transposition to get past that. So he's using his thermo, and then we get a... Should be a kill on everything here. Get the Corina out. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm not going to play this one. I think I'm going to wait and see what he does here. He's only got 7 mana, so I guess we could have played that one. And we also have another Iterative Improvement for this. And he can't play his It That Stares at this time. Looking pretty solid here. Okay, so he does get to kill this other one, which, to be honest, is completely fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and just Iterative Improvement here. I think we want to Mystic Shot this. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to get some stuff out of the way here. Can always rummage. I think I'll wait to rummage next turn. Because we can't, anything we get from rummage, we can't really play this turn, I don't think. Yeah, that's fine. Go Go ahead and do this first. Alright, this is pretty good here. With that really does nothing, but it is does have more attack, I guess. We don't have any champions in. +1/+2, so it'll be a 4/4. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. So he blocks everything. We've got 12. Oh, we're one off. Unfortunately, he blocks everything. Yeah, he's got to block these. Oh, he's may have freeze. Okay, yeah, freezes work, I guess. Okay. Yeah, that definitely works for him. Alright, we'll keep this in hand then. So he could have Buried in Ice. Okay, there's his concurrent timelines, sure. Alright. Okay. So this is the one we want to get rid of for the Buried in Ice. That's gotta be what he's playing right here, Buried in Ice. Oh, interesting. He's just going for the deal 3 to everything. Okay. Only thing he killed is this right here. Very interesting decision. Maybe he doesn't have Buried in Ice in hand. Okay. Alright. Yeah, opponent realized he couldn't win this one. Alright, good game. Alright, against Soraka Galio. Pass on that one. I think this is okay. Okay. Got our trinket trade. Going to get the other push down. Alright, go ahead and get in for one. Okay.
I am here to help.
Let's go ahead and see if we can get a Fae here. This is interesting, but Quick Attack doesn't help these things. I think it's maybe just Looping Telescope. Just because we can get a... Ooh, Howling Abyss. That's really funny. Let's go for it. Let's go for that. Okay. Start with the prank. I like that. No blocking seems great to have on that thing. Rainbow Fear is actually really nice as well. Let's do it. You could have a Hush, but it doesn't really stop the elusive. Alright. Get in for 6. Very nice. Okay. He decides not to use anything. Interesting. This thing not being able to block is really nice as well. Alright, let's get Time Trick going. Kind of like getting this going as well. Okay. I think we just take 6 damage here. You see no reason to buff him up at all. If he wants to do this here, he can, and then it dies. Okay. Alright, I was saying this was really cool, but I don't know if it's actually good or not, to be honest. Alright, we want to get some more trigger, yeah. Start with this here. We'll get the Plaza Guardian down if we can today. Okay. Alright, time trick. Another Poro Cannon seems good just to get discard fodder. Let's see if he decides to do anything here. Okay, so he's not going to do anything. Go ahead and get this one down. Get an improvement on it. Could even grab one of these, but these are so cheap now that it's like, why not? Okay. Then I think we go ahead and put another elusive down. That way if he spends time dealing with these two, with these, he's not dealing with these. Alright, yeah, that's fine. He should have a way to keep at least one of these alive. But we do, the good news is we do quick attack into him, which is really bad for Formidable. Okay. Alright. Because he only does 1 damage now. I think the way Formidable works, it really struggles against quick attack. We'll see what he ends up doing here. Okay, he's got Galio. Not quite leveled up yet, which is nice. Yeah, let's just search for things here. I like... this seems good here. Another one of these.
Looks like fun.
Okay, can always do this. Since this thing can't block, do we even care? I don't think we even care if it gets bigger. He does. We know he's got Guiding Touch in hand, but alright. Go and get this down. We can open attack here. Alright, let's see what he ends up doing here. Do have a Mystic Shot as well. And we're close to Corina. Alright, nice. We got him. Alright, up against Pantheon Yuumi. I don't mind keeping one in hand. You know what? No, let's look for some of our manifest stuff. Getting the kind of like Poro Cannon's fine. Go ahead and do that, I think. So we can open with this. Okay, so we'll just do this. We'll need this for blocker. Okay. Pokey stick. Sure.
You're covered.
Okay. Could Mystic Shot this. That's not a bad idea. Just pass here. Okay. If he has Sharp Sight or something, could end up killing us. But all right, there's the Yumi, so no Sharp Sight. All right. Okay, so the other thing's gonna get really big really soon. Got Rummage, sure. He's got his Overwhelm spell. That's looking pretty scary. Looking real scary. Yeah, he's got it. The Zenith Blade. Okay. Start with this here. Could pull this just so that we have a easy image target here. Oh, that's going to be really important to have that. Okay. So we'll get one attack in. I think we might as well just block the one damage. Could end up being nice. Because these things are never getting good attack in at this point. Okay. Alright. Predicting. Do like Trinket Trade. Go ahead and do this. Again, he could have Sharp Sight or something, right? But I don't think there's any way around it. Kind of just have to hope we can get in there. Okay. There's Pantheon. Okay. So he's going to flip pretty soon. Can try to prank his hand and see if we can get anything out of it. Sharp Sight. That's 2 costs. Okay, so it does have Sharp Sight. Don't want to worry about having this down yet. Alright. So still 2 turns off.
My shield is yours.
Go ahead and get one of these down. We kind of have to at this point. Okay, go there. I think we do this here. Then we do this just to stop a little bit of damage. Does have Sharp Sight for 4 mana. He could even do something like this. But we do have... Alright. Surge Strike, sure. Is there any way to stop that? Could do this here. Right? And then... Yeah, that stops it. Okay. So fortunately we still have this one here. So he does get Pantheon leveled up next turn. It's definitely a concern here. I think we... Because he can just sharp sight to get it. So let's just do this. At least try to push some damage here. He always gets the level up with something. So let's see what he gets into. Okay. So he rolls. Challenge or quick attack, fearsome spell shoot. Okay. So he's always getting a kill on something. I mean, I think we just go for everything here. I think we're just dead no matter what. We can't not attack in. Alright, we kind of have to. Pantheon gets a kill on this, but I think we have to go for it. And just hope he doesn't have anything else. Yeah, that's I like it. Fortunately, we don't have any way to... Even if we did, he's got spell shot, so we can't ping that, but... Okay. He's got like Cataclysm or something. Sucks because he got quick attack. You know, he's got the Yumi as well. Okay. Alright. Okay, transposition would be, well, even not that great because... Oh, he can just pull in one of these, right? Because he got Challenger. Yeah, that should be game here. He just pulls in something small. Yeah, that's game. Okay. Okay, up against Caitlyn Nasus, alright. I can keep the face sprout. I think the rest of it will kick back. Okay. Not a great hand, but not horrible. Okay. Yeah, we may have to rummage these water pools away. Okay. Alright. Well, there's Plaza Guardian. That's pretty good. Can always Yordle Portal down something. Let's start with this here. Let's get rid of Stress Defense in this one here. Let's go ahead and get the Trinket Trade going here. Okay. Go ahead and get rid of this. We can get one of these. We're never going to have more than one that we want to really play, I think. Alright, we can at least get the elusive going. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Alright, so get some flash bomb traps in there. Start with the prank here. Alright, man. Let's get everything. Sure. Okay. So he's probably gonna end up doing that. Damn, that sucks. Okay. Well, he gets to kill our Corina. Well, that's 2 Corinas gone. That definitely sucks. Would be nice if we could change the cost of that one. Alright. Let's go ahead and see if we can get something cheap here. Rainbow Fish could be nice, actually. Go ahead and pass here. Okay. So we can get the Rainbow Fish onto our Plaza Guardian will be nice.
Just a girl, her motorcycle, and justice.
So what does this do again? Draws, okay. So unfortunately we do need to draw here. Well, we could just get the Plaza Guardian going. I don't hate that, honestly. We do have iterative improvement we can use on it as well.
On foot.
Okay.
Keep these coming.
Alright.
All part of the plan.
Okay. We start with this here, I think. See what else he wants to do here. I definitely want to get the rainbow fish on it. Go sort of thermo beam maybe. Maybe get excited, something like that. Or get excited, miss a shot. Okay. Alright, sure. Okay. I think we can, yeah, I think we just let that happen. Okay. Definitely another iterative improvement is really nice here.
All part of the plan.
Mystic Shot should be pretty nice as well.
Setting up a roadblock.
Can do this just to get it down a little bit cheaper. Okay. So we got several flash bombs in here, but we've still got iterative improvements and stuff. Okay.
All part of the plan.
Okay. So these things are pretty cheap now, which is good. He does have his...
This will be my magnum opus.
Okay. He decides to do that, which is totally fine with me. Let me go with... attach onto here.
A special breed.
Just block here. I see no reason not to, or to take any damage here. Okay.
Setting up a roadblock.
Double my power. Something cheap, I guess, isn't fine. Let's start with this onto here. See if he has a way to kill this. Because this at least pushes a lot of damage if he can't get another elusive blocker. Even if he kills this, we still can put this down and also get it on there. The rainbow fish. We can actually put it on this one, so we'll see what he ends up doing. He's got 10 flash bomb traps, which is quite a few. Alright, we gotta just attack in and just hope it's enough to...
Watch your step.
Okay. Well, we still kill that.
The seed is planted.
Go ahead and get this guy down.
Assistant, where would I go?
Okay.
All part of the plan.
Okay.
Just give me something to chase. Setting up a roadblock.
Let's go ahead and get more stuff down. It was nice that we got this Plaza Guardian. Okay, sure. Okay. All right.
Setting up a roadblock.
All right. We'll just go for this. We could just do this to get a free attacker in here. All right, nice. Opponent kind of gives up. Yeah, that rainbow fish was really strong on this. These Plaza Guardians. But yeah, that's the deck. Pretty strong overall. You know, kind of a newer deck. But overall, it's got a lot of favorable matchups. If you're able to get the get your combo going, you've got so many ways to draw the Plaza Guardians. And even if you don't get the Transposition Corina combo, you're still, or it's still a really strong deck. You got so much draw, so many burst spells or interactivity with your opponents. So overall, I think it's a pretty good deck. Definitely give it a shot, and let me know how it goes for you on the ladder here. So that's gonna do it for this video. We'll see you next time.